All right, guys, welcome to Flip These Bricks Academy. This is our weekly connection call. Thank you all so much for joining us. My name is Jasmine Robinson. I'm here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And like I said, we're going to get started. I'm going to quickly go over our housekeeping rules just so that we can know how we connect weekly. So let me just share my screen briefly and we can get started. All right, so we start our meetings at 7:05 every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We would love to see your faces, so if you would, please turn on your cameras. And if you are unable to do that, we would love to see a screensaver. It's always nice to know who we are conducting business with. So if you would, please share your faces. Also, be mindful of your mic. We do want an interactive session. We love when we talk to each other. We love to engage. That is what we're here for, networking. But if you are not speaking, please make sure that your microphones are muted and that you give respect to the person that is speaking at the time. All right. And we are here to support each other. So please do not be afraid to promote your business, to share some of your experiences and your knowledge. We love conversation. And so we ask that you please enjoy yourselves, enjoy this opportunity, and remember that your net worth is connected to your network. So if we don't ever hear from you and we don't know what you do, we can't promote you or refer you. So get comfortable with speaking to the group and letting us know who you are and what services you provide. All right, our mission at FTB, truly and honestly, we are here building a community. Although we are a network group or an investment group, we are building a community, and we are wanting to build a community of professional business owners who will build partnerships, who will share knowledge and content, who will refer business, and also create real estate investment opportunities. We truly believe in the power of partnership. And so that is why we are here to connect and work together to build generational wealth and opportunity for each of our businesses. I briefly just want to kind of go over the who, what, and why of FTB, our membership. Some of you that are newer to our platform or newer to our community may want to know or may be interested in more details about our membership and what it includes. So once you become a member, or the first step actually is to fill out an application. You can find that on our website under the membership tab. Once you fill out your application, we review and we contact your references, and you are established and approved as a member. We will conduct a one-on-one development meeting. This is when we will determine your personal, business, and real estate goals. We have group and individual coaching all the time. We have our weekly connection group, which is what you're on now this Monday, every Monday at 7 p.m. And then I have become our accountability partner or our accountability coach. So I will schedule bi-weekly calls with you where we will make sure that you stay on track for the goals that you have established. One of the main things that we are focusing on this year is moving the meter on our members. We don't want another year going by with no movement and no growth. And so we want to keep you accountable and have you moving in the right direction. All right, you have access to our subs and vendor list for the markets that we are in. Our major markets that we are focusing on is Atlanta, Dallas, Florida. We also have some ladies, and those what I would say in New York are the ones that we have preferred vendors on, and we are continuing to grow that as we grow and develop our partnerships in different cities. All right, we have a team of analysts who have members and a part of our leadership team that are always looking for opportunities. Daniel is always looking for opportunities. So we're looking for investment opportunities, not just in Atlanta, in those markets, but nationwide. All right, so we always have eyes on the ground, feet on the ground, working to look for these real estate investment opportunities, okay? And as you become a member, you become a part of our investor circle. And within this circle is when you have the opportunity to discuss your offers, get negotiation tactics. If you need estimates or if you need advice on the property, that is what our investor circle for. So you have direct contact with Daniel and many of our other real estate professionals that are part of our leadership team. Okay. So I want to say, who does this benefit? Who benefits from FTB? And I would say that would be a business owner, a philanthropist who is looking for some investment opportunities. New or seasoned investors can benefit from FTB. Our youth can benefit from FTB. So there is a wide range. We are looking to build. We're building through real estate. That is not our avenue, though. Our only avenue. We are here to support many business entrepreneurs, small businesses. Okay, so please invite your fellow entrepreneur friends, your friends and family. If you think that they would benefit from the knowledge and the experience that is shared every Monday, please invite them. All right, so if you have any questions about membership, we can open the floor up now, or we can do it later. You can also email me at membership@flipthesebricks.com, or you can reach me also at jasmine@flipthesebricks.com as well. All right, so I am now going to share a screen once again, just to let you know that we currently have members in the following cities. And we also have a great referral program. And I'm going to let Daniel kind of speak to that, introduce himself. Daniel?
Good evening, everyone. For those who know me, I'm Daniel. For those who don't know me, I'm Daniel Dawkins. I'm a general contractor. I'm here in New York. I build in Atlanta. We fairly new in the Dallas area. I service, Metro, NYC, tri-state area, New Jersey, as well as Connecticut. Our FTB membership program was actually put in place, just so we can have an incentive for our members to be able to raise capital outside of investing in order to start building their nest egg, to have something to actually invest in. I know Jasmine mentioned that the membership fee is $1,500, but what we do with that $1,500, we take $1,000 of that $1,500 and we give it to whoever referred someone into the organization. So as a member of this organization, we definitely want you guys to take advantage of that. Every last one of you guys that's on this call has been referred by someone. So just know, whoever referred you, if you was to join, the minute you pay your $1,500, they will receive $1,000 commission off of your $1,500, because we want to be able to pay it forward. The goal is for you guys to be able to refer 10 to 15 people into the organization. So therefore, you can have between $10,000 or $15,000 of free capital coming in your direction, where you can use that as a down payment to partner with one of the other members in this organization, to be able to, get involved into investment deals. It's nothing that you have to push. We're not selling to go out in the organization and just constantly keep selling and selling, but just, we're building a global business network. The platform and the foundation of this organization, it's really to be able to build a portal of striving business owners, entrepreneurs of all walks of life, to be able to have somewhere to come to the table, and we all can start promoting each other nationwide. So regardless of what state you in, we need to know what your businesses are. So everyone that's on this call tonight, I encourage you to put all of your information inside the chat. If you're not a business owner, take information out of the chat. You're going to find that we got insurance brokers on the line. We got real estate investors on the line, general contractors, the list go on and on. Our calls is growing. Some weeks we never know how many people is actually on our call, but every week there's always new people on the call. So if you are a business owner and you have information, please put your information inside the chat and let people know how to reach you, how they can find you, and this become your resources, because as you know, your net worth is your net worth. So that's the FTB incentive program. Regardless if it's anyone from our youth program, if we referring any youth to the table for our mentorship program, or if there's any adults that, business become, into our organization. Because out of every organization, from the Chamber of Commerce, the Better Business Bureaus, the Real Estate Investors Association, any professional know that every profession has an organization for professionals to learn, gain information, and to grow, whether it's a country club or an industry that's geared towards, whatever business that you're in. So what we're doing at FTB is we're basically doing the same thing, But instead of us just paying for memberships to get knowledge throughout the year, we're paying our members to be involved and to constantly refer each other to this network, because we want this network to grow. We want to be able to know where properties are across the nation. And if there's other business opportunities, even if it's your own business and you're looking for capital because you want to actually grow your own company, you should be able to have a place to come to of like-minded people. And there's multiple members within the organization that may be interested in investing in your current businesses, regardless if it's real estate or not. This is what what comes with the membership as we're growing, FTB. In a little bit, I'm going to share, just some of the things that we do at FTB, let you guys kind of, see a collaboration of a video of us just getting together, looking at, some properties in Atlanta. But I just wanted to piggyback off of Jasmine so you guys understand what that referral fee is about. So once you guys actually become a member, and then if you wasn't a member and you wanted to actually join and you had someone you knew that wanted to join as well, you can actually join and pay your fee and then turn right around and receive $1,000 back and then continue. It's unlimited. Every referral, you'll definitely get your referral fee continuously after you pay your one-time main membership fee, in order to be a member. And if anybody have any questions, feel free to, to elaborate a little bit, and I'll definitely answer any questions you put in the chat. But I encourage everyone to put your business information into the chat so we can be able to find you and refer business to you, because this is what this weekly call is all about, as well as the membership of our global business network.
Yes. And so I just want to say a little something really towards our members. We are developing the directory on the website. This would be for our members only, where you can promote your businesses on the website. So please look out for an email from me. There will be some information that I need you to complete. And then we also need a headshot. If you have a web page, that type of information, a small bio. So I'm going to start trying to reach out to you all, or if you could please reach out to me, to all our existing members, so that we can get the directory together. All right. That is a goal that I would like to have completed before the end of the month, so that we can start promoting each other on the website. Another benefit of becoming a member. Right. All right, so we are here to get to know each other. We are here to promote our businesses and introduce ourselves. So we're going to open up the floor. This is a great time for you to unmic yourself. There are a few questions. We want to know, what services do you provide? What brings you here tonight? How did you hear about us? And definitely, like Daniel said, to share your information in the chat so that we can stay connected to you. We are looking for partnerships. We love presentations, and we're hoping to expand on some of the industry support that we have. This month, we're going to be focusing on funding. So if you know any MLOs, mortgage loan officers, or if you know any hard money loan people, we are looking for them. Private investors, we're looking for them so that we can give them an opportunity to talk about their services and products that they provide. So I'm going to throw this in the chat, and please don't be afraid. Everyone, don't unmute at one time.
What I can do, Jasmine, because I invited a real estate agent here tonight. She's
Okay.
actually out of White Plains.
Awesome.
And we would just happen to be in communication like an hour prior to the call. So I wasn't expecting her to jump on, but I noticed she did. And the
Okay.
reason why I invited her, this get to show the group what the power of partnership is actually about. Her name is Vienna. She's a real estate agent, but I wanted her to meet Janice Hagney, because Janet actually found a property in White Plains that she's actually looking for. So Janice and Vienna definitely exchange information inside the chat. Janice, she is a real estate agent in White Plains, and she can look into that property a little bit for you in a little bit more detail. And I'm sure that she'll be interested in doing so. If you just want to introduce yourself, Janice, and then Vienna, if you want to introduce after Janice and let everybody know how to reach you and about your business as well.
Yes. Hi, Vienna. How are you?
I'm well, Janice. How are you?
Good, good. I live in Danbury, Connecticut. A real estate investor, new to real estate, but I was passing a property off to, talking to Daniel about. I could put it in a chat, or we can communicate. I can give you the address that piqued my interest, and I wanted to find out more about it. So I talked briefly to Daniel about it, but I'm interested in possibly doing it myself or looking at the numbers. Does the numbers make sense? Is it a good property for joint venturing? But I'll share that with you.
Okay, I saw that you put your number in the chat, so I'll
Yeah.
actually text you in a little while if that's okay with you, and then we
No
can.
problem. No
there.
problem.
Okay, so it
Thank
was nice
you.
to meet you, Janice, and
Nice to meet you.
thank you. And just so that way I could introduce myself. My name is Vienna Fernandez. I am a real estate agent here in the state of New York, soon to be licensed in Florida. And I'm here to help. If you guys have any questions, whatever it is that you need, I'll try my best to be able to help you guys out.
Perfect.
Thank you. Vienna, please make sure you put your information in the chat. I don't know if you had, I'm not looking, but would definitely like to stay connected. And I'm in the state of Florida. I'm licensed as well in Florida, so we have to chat.
Oh, yes, of course. And I put my information in there also. So I'll also put my phone number in there in case if anyone has any, I'm happy to connect.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, Florida.
I know, Florida in the house. Hey, let me, are you Florida too?
St. Augustine.
Okay, hey, John. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm from St. Augustine, but I live in Atlanta now, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm vice versa. I lived in Atlanta, and now I'm in Tampa Bay, St. Pete
Oh,
area.
God. Okay, all right. Go Bucks.
Yes. Thanks.
Jasmine, and I was just in Tampa last weekend. I took Aiden to see my nephew. I did not know you was in Tampa.
Should have called me. I know.
I know. Oh my God. But coming from Hollywood going to Tampa was a killer. I did not know that it goes into a 2-lane highway.
Yes. Welcome to Florida, the U-turn
Oh
city.
my God. Yeah.
It is. I'm like, well, I'll introduce myself and then I'll pass it on. I'm Jasmine Robinson. I am a licensed realtor in Atlanta and Florida. I'm also the daily operations person for FTB and accountability coach. Some of my favorite things to do are read. That's becoming a new habit of mine. And hanging out at the beach. And I am very excited about Put These Bricks. I joined on about 6 months ago, and we are just growing in numbers. We're going in a purpose. We're adding technology. We're getting courses. We're making connections. And so I'm very excited about 2024. I'm definitely working on doing some in-person events. So please stay tuned. Please stay connected with us because we are growing small but mighty. All right. Okay, so who's next? Who wants to introduce themselves and let us know a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Hey, tell John to introduce himself.
Okay, John. We want to know who you are, sir.
Gina, don't be throwing me on the spot. Remember, I'm in charge of redoing your house, so you better be careful what you ask for. I'm John. I live in Atlanta now. Like I say, I'm from the St. Augustine, Florida area. I started first with my low voltage business back in the day. I still do it. Was licensed, insured, all that good stuff. Basically, what I did was any kind of audio, video, networking, smart homes, integrations, movie theaters, mag locks. Anything dealing with low voltage, I can do it. Like I can make your house like touchless, all voice controlled. Key card readers at the door. I can write RFID chips like straight from my phone, all that kind of stuff. And then, but I also been doing renovations, rehabs, things like that. I've been doing that for years and years. I'm think about 17 years now. So basically, I see something. I don't like to draw it out because it's too much time, but I keep it up here in my head and I can literally build it out. Like I redid my whole entire basement, electrical background. I wired up my entire basement. I wired up 3 of my neighbors' basements. I'm actually doing a rehab with a buddy of mine now. I'm gonna wire that all up, lights, switches, plugs, anything you need. I don't know if you guys can see my office. I redid my office over here, so it's all shiplap and everything. I got to put a barn door right behind me. I'm just lazy, but so that's what I do. Like I always tell my clients, I'm straight up with them, straightforward. I tell them exactly what I do. I tell them what I don't do or what I don't like to do. So yeah, so I call myself the money saver. A lot of people use my services due to the fact that I am reasonable. I don't break the bank. And then, the only thing about that is that once they get a couple things done, then they start blowing my phone. I was like, hey, we need this, we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that. So decks and stuff, I build decks with outdoor kitchens. I can lace it up with lights, electrical, pergolas, whatever you want. I just finished building my neighbors a deck. It's 16 by 28. And then they just got the rest of the wood. I'm going to build a privacy wall up with the seal mount TV that's going to hang over, and they can chill out there and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what I do. So here I am.
Well, we are glad to have you. Thank you for letting us know of all of your services. Please make sure that you put your information in the chat. You heard about us through Gina?
Yep.
Okay. And
she forced me. She forced me on the duress to come tonight.
Oh, you need to.
Whatever works. Whatever works. I'm like, thanks, Gina. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah. So, Gina, why this is a great time for you to introduce yourself. Please let us know who and what you are, who and what you do.
Hi, guys. Good evening. My name is Gina Hicks. I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Georgia. I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. I am also an investor and also own a nonprofit headed up for my daughter. I have been an investor now for about 12 years. Is when I started investing. I actually have a project that I'm working on right now that I'm also a member of FTB. And another member of FTB as well. We actually partnered together and purchased a property, and it is in full effect right now because we are actually renovating it, and we should be done with it by next week. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, wow. I'm like moving along quickly. We were just celebrating the closing. She's like, we're getting it done. Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, my guys, they are knocking it out. They're doing a fantastic job. Yeah.
Yes. Well, please definitely get some footage for us, maybe do some video, and then we can share it on Mighty Networks. And
Absolutely.
we'll go over Mighty in a little bit. All right, so we have definitely some new faces. Please feel free to unmute and introduce yourselves. Let us know who and what you do. I'm gonna have to start calling on names, huh, Daniel?
Don't be shy, guys. Come on.
I know it. Let's go. All right, here we go.
All speak at one time.
I got you. Hello, everyone. My name is Altwick Bruton. I'm from New Jersey. I'm a nationwide real estate investor. I specialize in wholesaling and eventually doing flips. I'm also the CMO property analyst, flip these bricks. I'm able to scout and analyze properties across the nation. So if there's anybody out there that's looking into getting a wholesaling or acquiring properties and want to know a little more info about it or want some numbers crunched, I'm your man. So, holla at your boy.
Very good. Holla at your boy. Please put your information in the chat so they can holla at you. All right. Dee's phone. That's Dee's phone. Would you like to unmute and introduce yourself? Okay. You pick, Daniel.
I guess I can pair two people together that I think might be a great, great conversation. At least get the information in inside the chat. Craig, and let's see if I get it correct. In the franchise wave. So I got it correct today because Madre put a name for me to say it wrong. But Madre, if you just want to, introduce you a really strong component, to the organization. Your business is really unique outside of, being a connection for funding. I know that I'm going to mess it all up, so I'm gonna let her basically, explain it. But Madre and Craig, I think, would be a great conversation to have outside of FTB. Craig is working on some solar projects that he will be franchising, and she owns a franchising, operation on franchising. So if she want to introduce herself, and then maybe Craig just kind of give a schematic of, of his company, because, he's looking for funding as well. And, he can explain that a little bit as well, too.
Okay, hey guys, my name is Madre Giles. I am the owner of the Franchise Wave. Basically, I develop and structure businesses to become a franchise, and so you can make money selling and building your brand even bigger. So that's basically what I do. Real estate is a big franchise opportunity as well, because as you know, Keller Williams is a franchise. A lot of these brokers, they're franchises as well. So you real estate agents, and also you as well, Daniel, I will be looking into franchising the brand as well. So I'm here to help you guys.
Thank you.
All
Yes.
right. It's Craig Paul from Smart City Charging. We have the next hot thing that is going to hit, and that's EV charging stations. We have a few partners. We have an app that will be coming out. We've been working on it for 7 years, and it's not your regular app. It's called Smart City App. It's a whole lot. Our partners are Turn On Green for the EV, and then Wolfram for Smart City App. And what we're doing is franchising and offering a chance to those folks, which real estate is involved, because we are not leasing, we are purchasing the land and opening up. And Daniel, our big GC, he's a part of this reality, and his cousin Ebony, very smart people, very savvy about their business, and we will be providing opportunities really soon for you guys to take a look at. There's new things happening, and they're phenomenal. You guys really got to just be ready when we let you know, wherever you are in your areas, or if you were looking to invest outside of where you're located. The EV market, because of the EV mandates, I don't know if you guys are aware of these, but I'll share them with you. In 2025, so far there's 15 states on board. The EV mandates state in these 15 different states, California leading the way, and that is 30% of all new cars that are sold have to be electric. Now that's 2025. By 2030, that increases to 60% of all new cars that are sold have to be EV. It's a 10-year span. And by 2035, it's 80% of all new cars that are sold have to be EV. Well, right now, Tesla has taken off, because in 2022, July 1st, the first EV mandate was signed, and Tesla just ran in 23 and started putting up charging stations, and they're not fast charging, number one. Number two, in cold weather, some of them are not working, but the bottom line, Tesla knows that the car sales for them are going to be enormous, and providing the charging stations on top of that. So Tesla's trying to pretty much corner the market, and we got to make it happen, you guys. Can't miss the opportunity.
Yes.
And just share a little bit about, on the concept, just of, the actual charging station that, you and Ebony is working on with the property. You don't got to get into your business plan, but just give them a concept, so this way they can kind of understand of what does this look like from your typical gas station, and why, city smart charging
Smart
stations.
City. Yes.
Smart City.
The concept is to bring free admission programs into the community. And in urban areas, we're always the last. We're underserved, last served, however you want to put it. But not saying we're not looking to do in other communities, because we will. What me and Ebony are working on is there's 2 properties now. There was 1, but Miss Ebony came on, stepped up to the plate. There's now 2 that are the first 2 that we will have that are they're both in the Los Angeles County. One's downtown LA and one is in Inglewood, California, around the corner from the SoFi Stadium. And there's a couple other ones I'm in the process of locking down. But our concept is to take smart technology. Now, many of you know this. You have your smartphones, but the business and the lifestyle we live is not smart. We're not making smart moves. We want to redirect that energy so we can say, here's an environment for you to come in and have just everything that's dealing with healing, that's healthy, as well as the smart cars, smart technology. And we want to show you guys a part of this so that way you don't miss the way. This is the next big hot thing, and the government has never came on board to back any industry and say, okay, we're going to make it so we're going to force you guys to do this. They have actually done that, and they are doing it. They're having trouble. There's not enough of the infrastructure there. But the beautiful thing is, a lot of the charging stations there are charging units. They take anywhere from 4 to 8 hours, and depending on how much of a charge you want. We've signed on with a manufacturer, and ours is specific. We deal with fast charging. So in 15 minutes, you have an 80% charge. You can go do what you need to do, and whatever the miles are that charge will take you, hopefully it'll work. But we're trying to make it and manifest it from the urban cities to the interstate highways. And I've already spoken to Madre, just so you know, Daniel, in regards to what we're doing. And I explained to her that you were part of the team, Ebony's part of the team, and we're moving forward. And this is something all of you guys want to take a look at. We have a business model for you to see in depth, from those that, don't have as much to those that, want to go big in the paint.
Question.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in car business. I've been in there for 24 years, lifelong leader. How would you present that to a dealer? There's a lot of dealers that I work with up and down the country. And so I know the benefit of breaking that and being a part of that. So that's huge.
Oh, okay. Well, my brother, we have what's called Smart City app. This app we have, it's taking what's already existing. The company that I'm partnered with, that I've been working for 7 years, is called Wolfram. Most of you guys have iPhones. There's something called Siri. They're the ones who did that for Apple. And in your homes, you have Alexa. They do computations and calculations for NASA. Well, what this will do, this will allow them, and I want to give you this example, good brother, for, let's say, dealerships. There is a way that if they sign up their EV customers as well as fossil fuel customers, so it's not just for EVs, where they could take advantage of this app. And here's what the app does. It will allow you to be able to turn around and, let's say you're going 2 hours away and you say, I want my updates, and you can program it for every 15 minutes. It'll tell you the weather, the road, the traffic conditions. So where you're going, most time you can't get that in one spot. You can go to certain apps, they give you certain things, but remember, like how with Siri and with Alexa, it speaks to you. The way it's programmed, you can either have it, and we suggest, if you're driving, to allow the audible to come through and to share with you, hey, this is blam, blam, blam. And it says, oh my God, I could avoid, look at how many accidents, in particular in wintertime. I have a transportation company, and I see a lot of death. I see a lot of accidents, especially where there's snow. So imagine if they knew, okay, at this location, this traffic, this road condition, this weather update, as well as we have what's called the healing nexus. This is a center point where they'll be able to come to, because sometimes people are depressed and they're going through things. And this will allow them to go into group, counseling for whatever their issues are. You're able to see the list and say, oh, wow, I identify with that, such as alcoholism, drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's just to let you know about that app. But more important, good brother, is to let you know this is something, and it's deep. You said that. We are in the process in Southern California that once we complete the app, to taking it to the dealerships to allow them, because it is subscription based. Now, there are certain things where, yes, it is for free, but to go and to get all of, the various things that will be available on the app, yes, it is subscription based. And if you sign them up, yes, it can be revenue for you. And it's going to be phenomenal. So we're looking at what's called saving lives with digital connectivity, as well as saving lives with brick and mortar. The brick and mortar are the smart city charging stations that we will have, and we'll partner up with people that want to come on board and make that thing happen, good brother.
So
Yeah, I
it's
just
like
want to say,
I'm sorry, it's like an
no,
elevated
go ahead.
OnStar or a 2024 version, kind of with
Yes,
some
it's
extra.
it is OnStar, it is that, but we also, because of Wolfram and who and what they are, we tie in to, let's say, if it is a smart car, we tie into whatever their system is telling them. We're able to tie in and tell them. Sometimes they don't even know, hey, I got a problem with my right tire. I have a problem with this or that that's electrical. And it allows them to be able, so that whatever they have, the interface can work, so that application program, the API, it can actually work with various ones. There's Zigbee, there's Z-Wave, there's so many different ones that are there. And we already, Ford as well as General Motors has used Wolfram, so we have a link already in, so that app will tie in and we will be able to interface with them. But in regards to fossil fuel vehicles, and fossil fuels just means gas, you guys, you'll be able to use it as well. So the app is not just for EVs, it's for everyone. And it is about saving lives with connectivity, as well as saving lives with brick and mortar.
Love it.
Gotcha.
I know that was a lot, but I can feel the passion. So that is what we're looking for. When you see how he took that opportunity and ran with it. And I love it. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. I also want to just piggyback on that, because we are going to have Madre speak next Monday. She's going to do a great presentation on franchising. So if you are interested, as she mentioned, to the real estate agents or Mr. Paul, please come back next Monday. She's going to do about a 6 to 10 minute presentation, and letting you know how to begin to set up, what is needed, the legalities. So it's going to be a great time on Monday. And we hope that all of you will return to stay tuned for that. And then after that, if there is an opportunity to have one-on-one with Madre, we'll kind of make that connection as well. All right. So we do want to we'll come back to doing some more introductions. Daniel wants to share some great video with you guys. I'm very excited. I'm always excited when we share video. So I will let you do that, sir. Flip These Bricks TV.
All right, I'm going to show you a little interaction of us in Atlanta, just scouting, enjoying each other, team building, as well as, what we do. One of the goals behind everything that our plans is for us to create our own TV as well as our own TV network. We are at the ground level of this organization, so a lot of things is dreams and passions that we are, currently working towards. Just for like the real estate side of things, as businesses, when we come together and we start rehabbing, we want to be able to film every last one of our projects, regardless of who was involved. And we want to be able to share that, and we want to start publicizing that, so we can basically grow our TV construction, real estate, and home improvement network. So as of right now, we just got investors just taking video so we can upload it on YouTube. But the goal is to whatever house we rehab, whether we're building one, whether we're doing a subdivision, we want to be able to make several episodes, out of that, just to kind of give you, the idea of us going with the TV network. But give me 1 sec. I'm going to flip this over. I'm not going to show the whole video because it is 20 minutes long, but I'm going to jump through it for you guys to kind of get an idea of what we do and what we will be doing on one of you guys' projects. So if y'all cannot hear it, raise your hand, and then maybe it's something I'm doing on my end.
So far, so good. And I will be posting the full episode on Mighty Networks. And I will speak to that, how you guys can join us on Mighty Networks. It's our platform where we communicate when we're offline. For our members, there is some open pages for the public. So we'll definitely be sharing the full episode there. And you can also see it on YouTube. You can check out our replays on YouTube. We are trying to build our subscriptions there. So if you all would please, while Daniel's figuring out how to show
I
it,
have it. I'm just waiting on you. I didn't want to cut you off.
go to YouTube and subscribe. Thank you.
Hey, young world. It's your homegirl, Jasmine, with Flip These Bricks. We're coming to you from Hotlanta. Yes, we're in the heart of the city. We're gonna take you on a tour today, show you around a little bit. So come on, join the movement. Flip these bricks. Let go.
We're here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we are about to flip the West End, baby. And why? We need to redevelop the landscape and we need to be in control, not the other guys. Forbes 1000, we're on our way. West End, so many opportunities. Flip these bricks, we are here. And the why is our children, our family, our community, our loved ones, and our future.
Pull up to the property, load it up, get real-time information on who owns this joint, who's selling it, who's buying up stuff. We know if they got tax liens, if we can run comps, we do all that. We pull it up right now so that we can get their information, call them up, and make an offer. But we walking it right now to see if it's something that we're interested in. We see the neighborhood looks viable. People been rolling through here, investors that came through here. We just another group of investors want to come and get our split of the pie because we're trying to elevate these neighborhoods for our people.
This Flip These Bricks movement is real. If you take a look at this kitchen, look at them shirts, it means something, it's meaningful. This is truly a movement. And right now, we have $1 million in the building right now. And we're gonna take this $1 million and we're gonna turn it to a $200 million operation. Worldwide, we're going global, Flip These Bricks.
I just want you to know that heat is blazing because it's fresh, man.
And there was a secret sauce added to the pan. It's gone. Did you see that? Look at the pan. It's gone.
No way.
She was eating steak. Let me taste everything.
I'm a steak. But aren't you glad?
This how we get it down, baby. FTB, baby. Join the movement.
But once we make it, we're gonna make it right. We need to come in as a developer and just work. You see that property right there, Lydia?
Yes.
As you know, the last time we came out here, that property right there was identical to that one, which is a center block property. Yeah. They went up on a roof on this one.
It's a 4.2 now.
Yes, that's what it is?
It's listed for $400,000. I just got off the phone with the real estate agent.
And this one right here wasn't here either. So we had this one, we had this one, we had this one, and we also have a cul-de-sac that's slammed dead right in the middle that we need to find out who owned that land as well. Because me and Mario just walked over there and we was able to see the stakes for this particular property to show this property line. But this road runs straight all the way back to the next street behind.
Family.
Well, you know, on these residential lots, you can do
up to 4.
Yeah, you can do up to 4, or you can do 2. You could do a duplex on it. So Mario, tell me something. So what do you think? You know, based on we know this house over here is listed for a little bit over $400,000. This is not our first time coming over here. This one is new. That one on the corner been here for like a couple of years, and these are just sitting here. We see the city is leaving demanding notices, so obviously this property is neglected. So, you know, based on value of what's going on here, what do you think?
Well, I like that you got that one across the street, because that gives you some leverage real close by. So with that one being listed for 4, if they get 4 for it, then you know you've got a strong comp that's really close. So from an appraisal perspective, you don't have to look outside too far to know that your property is of value, because that one's really close by. So as an investor, I like them when they're close. You don't have to argue with anybody about what value is. And square footage wise, with that one having the upstairs, I think they'll be pretty close. This one may be even a little bit bigger. So you might be able to get more for this based on the square footage by itself, and then, you know, what updates and renovations you do to it. So I think this is a good position. That one there, the one on the corner that you were talking about as well. Yeah.
Houses around here a couple of years ago, you probably could get for 80,000. And now, as is, you have to pay like 210,000 for it. And you know, at the ARV after is going for 450 to 500,000. So it's when you find a diamond in the rough, you're good if you can get something for 200,000. And you know, your goal is to get something for 100,000, and then the ARV.
So where you could be able to make something, you know,
you could be able to make something, exactly.
And just re-change the whole landscape, because this is so close to downtown, and you ain't getting no more land. And they doing it one at a time, you see?
And let's go, we're at the next site.
Yeah. 75, because we are downtown, midtown, and the airport.
And then you'll have the situation, keep in mind that people are still looking, people are still buying. So even if you're starting at 350, people will start offering more. So, you know, we might be at that 375, maybe even 400. You know what I mean?
Because people doing cash, people buying cash now.
And you gotta realize that Georgia's so transient, so many people are moving here, that are coming from up north, and the price point that they're going to pay for the same type of property here is so much less. So,
exactly. So
they're taking retirement money, you know, buying cash for these properties.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I guess for us it's just really timeline. You know what I'm saying? Because like right now we already know from the price that we got the property for, doing a single family house, we almost gonna break even. Yeah, right. But at the same time, if we didn't want to go through the timeline, what, maybe 4-6 months maybe, then we can just straight knock it down, and we can either do 2 duplexes or we could just do 4 townhouses.
Now, 4 townhouses. Yeah.
If we go the 6-month stretch, if we just want to basically just cash the lender out 100% and sit on it, then we can do 8 units because it's sitting on a double lot. You see what I'm saying? So this is the things that we actually in real time that we need to think about, because this is a real project right now that we need to basically make it happen. Because what, you know, with this particular property, just to kind of give you the backstory, someone else had it. I was supposed to be the contractor on it. I was referred to be the contractor on it, and I bid it on the job. However, she went with a cheaper route. And look, a cheaper route, look at this. You see that?
Remember the electrical when we got
You
here?
can't even put recessed lights in a ceiling inside of an outlet box.
Wow.
You see that? Pay attention. You know, so they came in here, they did it. In the process of doing it, some trees fell on the house. The insurance company thought that the person who had it might have knocked them down, but it went through a whole process, so that's why it took so long. However, the whole time, the lender is my friend. At the same time, is who referred me to it. The property is sitting here and it's costing the lender money. So I'm talking to her like, hey, you know, I'll take the property. So after we discussed taking the property, me and Lydia discussed that we were going to do the property together. And when we put the numbers together originally, she was going to give me the property for $100,000. However, the city did the same thing. We just came from the other area where they put the little note you see on the wall outside. They said they're going to tear the house down. We need to fix, because it had trees, like right here, tree through here, tree through the back, and the whole back side of the house was off. So Linda said, listen, how about I just pay you, reframe it, and get it back. So now the lender is in her pocket even more. So that's why we went from 1 to the 190, considering what she already lent, because she originally lent like 220 on a particular property. Right now, someone have made an offer, but at the same time, I have first dibs on my property. So we at 190 for this property.
So basically, I just think right about now, you're saying we at 190 for the property. It's less talking, more doing.
Exactly.
Either we're gonna get up to 190 and do what we have to do,
and
because it's at our
if we do
fingertips.
single family, we can just run through, but it's not gonna make us no money. 98, 2007, 2008. Let me make corrections. But this particular house is, you know, I'm a carpenter by trade. So for the most part, all of them columns you see, I built them by hand. This is a property that, you know, the brickwork was subbed out. But this was a property I was able to come in with my guys. We tore it down. It used to look just like this little guy next door. And the homeowner actually hired me because a tree fell on the house. And when a tree fell on the property, the insurance company came out, the foundation was cracking. They said this house had to come down. The homeowner said, you know what, Daniel? I want you to build this property. So this is the first house that I actually did. And then I was able to go around and tell investors like, listen, I can build houses for you. I started this company at 20 years old. And then once investors started coming by here, several investors that I built multiple houses for in the metro Atlanta area, they know that this was their first stop because I was proud of it. I did it by my hand. I still have the pictures on sheets. The way pictures used to come out on Polaroid cameras is when I actually did this property. And I brought investors over here. I said, listen, I could put up houses like this. And this right here opened up so many opportunities. And I just started building houses, you know, just throughout the metro Atlanta area, period. We're here in a subdivision which used to be named the Promised Land. This was the second neighborhood that gave me the opportunity to come and build houses. I had a client that hired me to build the first one, and then I met a relationship by building the first one where I was able to build this one right here. There were several different builders in this neighborhood at the time. One developer, he came in and basically developed himself. He lived here in this home right here. He built the one next door for his daughter, and this was one of the original homes on the back of the subdivision that he actually built. I brought some developers in, they started cutting some lots. I don't know what happened, the project stopped. We finished our job, we finished our homes, we moved on. So we just here today, walking the neighborhood, coming back, just admiring some of the beginning phases. I'm 23 years in the business. I got houses going up in New York. We got a 23 lot subdivision we about to build in Texas. And I got the crew out today, we just walk in the neighborhood, just admiring some work that we've done in the past because we're gonna keep building going forward in the future. All of that attic space that you see right there, I made all of it livable because in every house you have so much dead space. From here all the way across, you got a catwalk that walks all the way to the front. Being that this is an easement running down the property, they wouldn't pass the building permit for it. So what I did is I told them to take the garages off the side. So now we're not on the easement. I stuck the garages on the front because this is a Frank Betts plan. Frank Betts, he sells a bunch of plans. That's one of his plans. Now, within budget, we would have did something different, but originally when I designed this, I had all this dug out because this was supposed to have been a courtyard and we're supposed to walk across a drawbridge to get in there. So the bottom, you can utilize it. So with budget constraints and everything else, we just backfilled all the dirt and basically put this in there. Because the way that this first brick one over here, and I did this one right here. I'm here on the rooftop, Atlanta skyline, enjoying the rest of the day. Me and my FTB members, our friends, our partners, we walked the landscape, we looked at properties, we talked about why we're here. Flip These Bricks is a movement. There's no organization in the world, no place in the world with our true principles, the tendencies that we're working towards. This is a global movement in action. Research us, join this movement, look up. We're building generational wealth. It's called group economics. Together we can, and to be 100% honest, we can do so much more together. When I sit back and I just look at that skyline, in the middle of that skyline, there's properties over there between $5 and $10 million, and you don't see the building yet. But we here at Flip These Bricks, we're picking it up, we're looking for them. So when you look at that skyline, you start seeing the condominiums that's gonna start covering the backside. So that's what we here at Flip These Bricks. Our organization is great. We're looking to continue to grow. We're traveling. Right now we're in Atlanta, we're in New York City, we're in New Jersey, we're in California, we're in Texas, we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. We got a couple of members in the organization. This is new to real estate investing, and here at Flip These Bricks gave them the opportunity to be able to buy their first property. So we here today just enjoying each other, enjoying the time. So when you get a chance, make sure you look us up because this is definitely the world's changing global business network in action. Flip These Bricks Academy. Join this movement. The real deal.
We're in Florida too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wanted to just share that a little bit, just so everybody could kind of get a glimpse of an idea of what we're doing. That's just a snippet, to show that what the power of partnership is actually really, really about. Gina and her partner is a prime example of what the power of partnership is all about. Lene is on here. We have another partner, Mark. He's not on here today, to show you guys what the power of partnership is about. We purchase a property. For the ones that's in the group, you guys already know. For the people who's actually on the call, we purchased a property that we were originally going to do a rehab on. And once we got started, we realized that the house was uninhabitable. So we did finally get the permit to tear the house down. And now we're in permitting with the engineers so we can basically build a new construction off the FTB platform. So, just to kind of give you guys a glimpse and an idea of what this is really, really all about. And we got to network together. If you got properties across the country, it doesn't matter where these properties are at. If you have any idea of any type of investment, we want to be able to create this portal so we can bring that opportunity back to the group. So collectively, we can fund these jobs. We are the bank. It's enough of us, and I know some of us personally on here, we don't need a lender. Collectively, what we got together, we don't need lenders on some of these deals. However, a lender is lucrative on some deals because it's all about using other people's money as well. So there's nothing wrong with utilizing the lender when we can use our funds for leverage in order to scale, in order for us to be able to do more. The goal is for us to buy land. You know what, Jasmine? I'm not going to take up too much more time because it's at 8 p.m. I was going to show, some properties that I actually been looking at lately, but I can kind of just touch on it a little bit, just to kind of give an idea of what's actually going to be coming over, the next couple of weeks. I'm looking into the upstate market now. Upstate New York have several pockets that's actually starting to develop. There's a little city called Gloversville in between Saratoga Springs and Schenectady, New York. Right now, some of those areas have properties from 20,000 up to 30,000. I have a property under contract right now that they just accepted our contract for old elementary school building. It sits on a lot for I think 39,000 square feet. The goal for this building is for us to be able to bring the FTB Second Chance program into the organization, because ultimately we all about service in the community. We're trying to revitalize not only the internal communities, but the external communities, because there's a lot of brothers and sisters that made some mistakes throughout their life and they're in prison and they're coming home. Some people definitely deserve a second chance. So what the goals to do with this particular building is to train, to create the halfway house for them to come home to as a boarding home, so they actually have somewhere to stay instead of sending them back out into society like most of them do, to go out and look for jobs with felonies and things of that nature, that they can't find jobs and they end up back incarcerated because their parole officers are saying that you guys are not working, and then they end up putting them back into incarceration. So what we want to do in our school program is not to just give them room and board and send them out to go find employment, but we want to be able to train them and actually give them jobs. So being that I do own a construction company, that will be the first opportunity after training of, presenting them with job opportunities. But for the most part with FTB, we want to teach them how to own their own business, because they can start their own business, they can learn the trades. And at the same time, in this particular town, there's so many properties that need to be redeveloped, where we can be buying as an organization and as investors, and then they can be working on these properties as well. So this is the goal for the building. The key to it is I don't have all the answers on timeline, but I know if the building is in our possession, we can then start the program. And they got so many incentives here in New York State that will actually pay to house, people, coming home on shock programs and stuff like that. And, we definitely going to interview to make sure that we got the right people in the program, make sure mentally they're stable. And then also going to have different programs throughout our community outreach that will be working with them as well. So we did win the contract. They accepted it. We're scheduled to close in 30 days unless something, dramatic happened. But as of right now, all the energies and the prayers is in the right direction because the contract was not only accepted, it was actually signed by both parties. So, once we physically close this thing out, then we'll be able to show, the actual building. And then we can talk about that because there's room for us as FTB to get involved. In this same town, I found 86 acres for $162,000. Right now, what Craig was mentioning earlier, everything is smart. When we find land of those capacities, we got to start partnering with the city. We got to buy that land. We got to control that land. We got to start building smart homes and everything else because there's definitely room for that. But these are some of the things that I'll be dropping in the portal, for our members to be able to see. And also different opportunities that's going to be coming up, in the upstate New York area, as well as in Texas, because there's a lot of opportunities in Dallas, Texas. And Dallas, Texas is on the rise. Atlanta's already seasoned. Charlotte is moving forward. Southern New Jersey is opportunities. And also in the Bridgeport, Connecticut area, there's a lot of opportunities as well. So if you guys are in any areas and you come across any properties, don't hesitate to bring them back to the portal. Even if you feel like you don't have the funding yourself to be able to get that deal done, bring it to the table and we'll make sure that we find a way that you can actually be a part of that deal. So unless anybody else have anything to say, that's pretty much on my end. If a few people want to, share their businesses, if you have any opportunities, feel free. I'm gonna pass it back to Jasmine and then we'll open up the floor for you guys to share more about your companies and any opportunities that you may have, or even to answer any questions for me directly.
Yes. Before we do that, I just want to, Daniel's been talking about the portal and I've been mentioning Mighty Network. So I just really want to go over that quickly just so that you all will be able to find us offline. This is the platform that we use when we are communicating. He's talking about sharing information. So we have a platform on Mighty Networks. It is somewhat of an app kind of structure. I would recommend downloading the app on your phone. It is definitely more interactive. You can find it in your Play Store and your App Store. You search for Mighty Networks. You should see something that looks like what's here on the top, an M, or it might say Mighty. Once you download it, search for Flip These Bricks, click join, and then you can complete your profile information and you can join the conversations. What I do want to clarify is that some of the spaces, so Mighty Networks allows us to have different spaces and allows for our community to interact in different ways. So we do have a community feed page, which is very similar to like a Facebook page feed, and that is a public space. On this, anyone can see our community events. We have a book club that we do every week. You can find out what book that we are reading. You can get a link to that. And we'll be announcing our in-person events that will be all on the community space, and it's a public space. Okay. We have our FTB TV. It's a requested space. It is open to the public. We're just asking people to request to join it. And this is where we have like our Tampa episode. We're going to be uploading our Atlanta episode and more things to come, as well as just clips from Daniel when he's speaking on construction sites. We're going to be featuring all that on our Flip These Bricks. Okay. Then we have what are our member only spaces. And these are just for our members. This is where we would post information like about Gloversville, or if you have a property that you would like for us to look over or that you think is a great opportunity and you are a member, you would share it in this space. Our investor circle is a member only space. And we also have our active properties where we will share our projects that's going on with our members. Okay. So please join us on Mighty Networks. It's a really great platform. It's very user friendly and we'd love to see you on Mighty. Okay. And now we can definitely open up the floor. We always like to be mindful of everyone's time. I know that Mondays are a long day, so we do appreciate you joining us for our call. Thank you for sharing your information and knowledge. You don't have to leave. We are going to open up the floor. Like I said, if anyone else would like to introduce themselves, if you have any questions for myself about membership or Daniel, we'll stay around for a little while, but we are very grateful for all of you tonight. Hope you have a productive week. Stay focused, be intentional with your decisions and your moves. And I'm going to open the floor back up. Thanks.
Hey, Gina, is your daughter available? Is she close by? I can't hear you. You on mute.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, she is. Hold on a second.
Okay, perfect. And everyone, I want to introduce Gina's daughter. And the reason why is because FTB, like I said, this is a movement. It all starts with our children.
Why is the volume so low?
We have young entrepreneurs.
You want me to sit on the table?
The goal is, for us to start training our youth. We have a youth program that starts between 15 and 18, because the goal is for them to be turning 18 and being able to start their own business, investing in real estate, being knowledgeable about investing, as well as, starting their own company. So I wanted Gina to have her daughter, just talk about her business, because she is a young entrepreneur, and we want to start encouraging, other young people to get onto our platform. We want to be able to support our platform. So she is officially our first mentee at FTB, and we want to support her business, and we want to constantly keep promoting her business so she can get older and she can strive. So she's going to share what her company is about on her own, because I know I probably messed it up too. Miss Naya, go ahead. I think you on mute, Gina.
Oh, she's good. Go ahead, Naya.
Hi, I'm Naomi, and I'm 11 years old. I'm 12 years old, and I make candles. So first off, my business is called Naya's Hope Inc. That is .com. That is where you can go to get your candles. And I do it because I was born with a metabolic disorder called BL-TAG, and around like 500 children within the nation get it. So I am raising money to find a cure for my disorder. So I'd really appreciate it if you would please support my business. And I make my candles out of soy apricot wax, coconut apricot wax, and it's good. It's good for the environment too.
You are good for the world. So thank you. Make sure your mom puts the website.
Awesome.
And yes, please give her a hand, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure mom puts your information in the chat so that we can order candles from you. And please, guys, take a second and support the Young Dreams. So that was very awesome. Great job. You did awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Hi, Aaron. We can hear you.
Was there a question you asked me?
Oh yeah, that's let me introduce Aaron. Aaron is my son. He's one of my entrepreneur son. He's 15. I would say he's a mini me. I have 4 boys and I have 1 girl. And he's constantly calling me, he's constantly asking me about different type of investing. He's been looking into stocks. He's been teaching me different things about stocks that I don't even know. So I've been inviting him, to the call, and he just haven't been saying anything. So today, Aaron, you are on a call with a group of people. We all grown as investors, and this is a platform that I told you, if you're ready to start becoming an entrepreneur, you're going to have to start stepping up to the plate. So if you don't mind, introduce yourself. Let them know your interests, and also let them know, some of the things that you've been thinking about as far as, investing in some of the things that you want to do. And if you have any questions, so you can go ahead and speak.
Yeah. My name is Aaron Dawkins. What I really been wanting to do is I've been looking into like buying houses, fixing them, and reselling. That's what I've been really interested in. And then like stocks is what I've been interested in. Um, right now I'm in high school still, and once I get out, I want to go to college. And then after I get out of college, I want to work with my father. Pretty much, yeah.
I love it.
Well, that's good. We finally got him to say something, but out of all of them, he's definitely on on the right track. The questions that he asks, that he pops to me, these are conversations that I just have never had with him, and he's coming out the woodworks on his own. So that tells me he's paying attention. And being that he's coming to the plate, like I tell all my children, I tell everybody, you have to show up first. So if you show up, then we can be ready to kind of show some things. So he sounds like he's ready. So I guess, Gina, we have someone else tailoring behind your daughter. So we got two that's going to be in our FTB program, our youth program. So if anybody have any youth that just need to be inspired, I had two intelligent conversations with an 11-year-old and a 10-year-old the other day, and I was just picking their brain and asking them questions. And I said, listen, I tell you what, if you guys, I'll give you $50 if you guys can go on the internet. They both was on their smartphones and find me a property in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I didn't give them no real criteria besides saying the property need to be under 100 grand. And when I told them that they can get $50, they both came back. One came back with a property at 29,000. The other one was at 79,000. So what I did is I broke both properties down to them and showed them the one for 29 was the same kind of property, was the one that was for 79, which was 1-bedroom like apartments that was actually for sale in Bridgeport. But what I did was I explained to them the reason why this one was at 79, because obviously at one point it was brought low, it was rehabbed, and now they're selling at 79. And they 100% got that concept. 10 and 11 years old. Both of them are really intelligent. So I know that it could happen. I gave them both $50 and they was excited. So what I told them is, I want you to talk to your parents, because I want you guys to get into our FTB program, because we are a group of investors who are busy. And if you guys are able to get on your phones instead of being on these games, and you guys are able to find properties and you can send them back to us, we will make sure that your parents have an account set up for you guys to where y'all can be getting 2 to 3% for just sending deals to our group, and they can start seeing how they can actually make money at 12, 13, and 14 years old. So this is what this group is really all about. And it starts with ourselves, it starts at home. So we go to our own children, regardless of what age they are, and we bring them to the table, and we let them go out and tell their friends, and we make examples so we can change the narrative. So FTB is truly a global movement. It's not just about adults making money. It's about our youth. It's about our future. And it's about us stop making excuses on why you can't have certain things because of what someone else may have dictate the ideology and what's happening within and out our communities. So just know this is what our community outreach program is about. If Myra, if you still here, if you can introduce yourself, she heads our community outreach, and we're going to be building and developing a lot of programs, across this country. So I'm going to give the floor up because, I know Jasmine say I'm long-winded. I talk a lot, and it is going on 8:17. So I'm going to pass it to Jasmine. But if Myra is here to just kind of touch a little bit, just on our community outreach, and then she can kind of share, her business as well, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Yes, Myra, and you can take us out in prayer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But you can close us up so that I don't get blamed. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. As Daniel said, I'm Myra Walters. I'm in Atlanta, and I am the founder of a nonprofit called Greater Works, Inc. And we bridge seniors and youth together through volunteer projects and community initiatives. Our ultimate goal, and it was some great information, especially when they talked about the smart communities, because our goal and vision is to develop independent living in various communities, but a smart environment for our seniors. So that was great information to learn some things about tonight. So, and also as Daniel mentioned, I am a coordinator for community outreach. So we are very excited about some opportunities to share the vision and the mission and the movement with the community and get involved and really spread the word. So I'm here to be of great support, involved with our youth. So just happy to be on the call and look forward to future partnerships and working together.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, everybody, we started off the call, it was like 3 or 4 people cooking. They was making a dinner. And I have, my fridge is empty and my belly is too. So if anyone else would like to, share before we part ways, this is a great time. Oh, Miss Janice, yes, the book. Hold on. Last but not least, the book. We have a book club. Who Not How? Who Not How? It's our new book that we'll be reading together. We're going to start on Thursday. We'll be reading the first section of the book. I think it's divided into like 3 or 4 sections. So we'll be reading the first 4 sections. So we'll be reading, we'll be going over section 1 on Thursday. You can find the link to the book on our website as well as Mighty Networks. And it was suggested by Ms. Janice. So speak to it a little bit.
I feel this is an excellent book. It's a fast read, and I think it's clearly Daniel could have wrote this book, because what he's putting together with Flip These Bricks Academy is very, the blueprint pretty much is written in this book, utilizing all of us, our services, and not feeling that when you come across an idea, asking, how can it be done? But who can help me get it done? And that is kind of through examples in the book in each 4 parts, giving examples in terms of really thinking it through, your who in your life that helps you achieve your goals. And that's pretty much the book. But I found it was really mind stimulating, mind boggling. And I think you'll enjoy it. You'll get something out the book. It's pretty fast read. It won't kind of bog you down because it gives examples.
Yes, I'm very excited about the book. I would agree that it is definitely a blueprint to what we are trying to establish. So I hope that you guys will join us. Join us on the call. We do a Zoom call just like this. It's only 30 minutes long from 7 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Who Not How? Let's figure it out.
By Dan Sullivan. Who Not How?
Yes. And he has another great book called The Gap in the Gain. If you're a reader, that's another great one as well by Dan Sullivan. So our goal with the book club is to read one self-motivating or business development and then one real estate focused. So please join us. Love to have you guys on the call.
I got you. And I want to say this, Jasmine. I like to make sure that I always bring this up at the end of our call. We have 2 official members of the organization that both have nonprofit, or actually 3. Gina has a nonprofit as well. We still in with February. If taxes are not done and you're looking for any tax write-offs, we have Myra, we have Gina, and we have Dr. Samuel. All of them can use donations for their organizations. I personally have not done my business taxes yet. So once I get with my CPA, I will find out what I can do to offset, and I will be donating to People's Concern International. And I encourage you guys to do the same. People's Concern International is our official international connection with FTB. Right now, we are at the ground level. Dr. Samuel lives in Dallas, Texas. He owns a nonprofit organization called People's Concern International. His organization fits directly within my trades. He teaches carpentry, brick masonry, and things of that nature in the country of Cameroon, where he's originally from. I have taken the challenge to sit on his board as president of People's Concern International, so we could help bridge the gap between Africa and the United States on being able to teach the trade over in Africa, and also this is a great thing because now look at this. You know, out of nowhere we get a old elementary school opportunity. Just came out of nowhere. So you see, Dr. Samuel, this is how the universe works. This is how things work. So once you start speaking things into perspective, things just start self-manifesting itself because like I mentioned to you when we sat down in Texas, that I would like to actually bring some of the students from Africa to America so we can train them here. So then they can actually go back and train themselves within their village because it can be more productive, you know, because I know with everything going on, we're not going to be able to be in Africa all day, every day. But eventually we would love to. So as we're trying to grow and build, FTB and People's Concern International is definitely going to be doing some great things together. We look into definitely to collaborate with Joseph Bailey with the Bash. He has an organization that's doing some great things around the country as well. And it's really all about bringing the people together on one place and one platform so we can have the discussion. You don't have to have all the answers, but at the end of the day, somebody needs something, and this room is full of resources in order for it to happen. So when you guys get off this call, I want y'all to put one thing in your head. We are the bank. You know, when you can sit back and you can look at your credit score and we can have financial advisors on this call, a conversation between you and them will realize how soon and how fast you can be able to get a line of credit on your business. And when you bring that to the table with other multiple members, there's no reason why we shouldn't be building skyscrapers. So at the end of the day, reach out to your network, take advantage of this referral program. We already have Gina's a living example of the system. She has received referral fee based on her bringing someone to the table, you know, and this is not a secret. We want people to know we're getting paid for our referrals because we're bringing people into a great prestige organization, whether we in a financial position or not. We all could use an additional $1,000. So bring people to the table, let them know you're going to make money off them and they're going to make money off of you and everybody else they bring to the table because we want to recycle this money. That's the whole purpose of it, to recycle the income. So therefore, we take it. Our overhead is low. The company don't really need it because our goal is to partner up in order for us to make money. Is the reason why we can take 1,000 of that 1,500 and pay it forward and give it to the person who referred whoever into this organization. Dr. Samuel, please introduce yourself. Let people know who you are. So this way they know you're a real person. You don't have to, be long-winded. But when I passionately tell you, we here to serve People Concerned International. And then also, Joseph, take a brief and introduce yourself as well before we actually get off this call tonight. So this way we know that this thing is about supporting each other's organizations.
You calling somebody?
Well, thank you. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Daniel. One of the things I so hold dearly in life is that I always like people who have vision. We've met with you personally. You've seen what I'm doing. People's Concern International is trying to really bring collaboration between Africa and the United States. And it is not a hidden thing now that most people know that most of the resources that are even being transformed in the United States and other developed countries are really from Africa. So when things are really in the stage where they are giving birth to, we'll just see the magic of what will happen. And I trust and love Daniel because he's somebody who keeps his word and he's somebody who is so strategic and holistic. And I believe in that premise and in that space, something will happen. We'll bless United States is going to bless the children in Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Samuel. The dreamer.
Blessings. Yes. Joseph Bailey, Joseph the Dreamer. Man, I love that man right there, Samuel. I love all of you guys too as well, and thank you for this moment. But I'm just here, just always appreciative of value coming together. I would say, Craig, I would love to speak to you about connecting you with these dealers, because I have one dealer in particular. He's a Black dealer, and he's like up underneath. Basically, the Honorable not Elijah Muhammad. What's the other one? I can't even think of it. Anyway, it's a big platform. I can't even think of it. Anyway, the bottom line is they're working on ownership of every make of a dealership, meaning to corner the entire market. And these are Black folks, that are united, and these are my connections. And I work for 200 of them across the country, so I can directly take your position and move it forward. And I know they will benefit from it tremendously because it's on the ground floor. But anyway, my name is Joseph Bailey. They call me Joseph the Dreamer. And at the end of the day we're currently on a capital campaign to rebuild America. And I have to just leave this here for the moment. This book that I'm going to check out, Who Not. I mean, is it? Yeah, Who Not How. Yes, that is very unique to me right now, because I know how. I know the people that know how as well. But who to actually move forward the vision is up in the air right now. And so I love this group. I love this power and this influence here. And every city that we're identifying places to build. Well, how I see it is be a great opportunity for us to come together where I can help set up some events, because that's what we're doing. 200 fashion, comedy, talent shows, 200 different cities to open up 200 event help center studios of America. And we're going to Vegas during the Super Bowl, where we have a venue secured out there to continue to move forward, securing platforms all over the country. 200 venues, 200 partners, 200 fashion, comedy, talent shows to open 200 event help center studios to do absolutely everything that we're all speaking about. So I just think the identifying the who is very, very important. So thank you for that book. I'm definitely going to check that out. And thank you. I love all you guys.
You're gonna get a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like a light bulb, because this forum is the who.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this to Joseph, right? Because this is what I learned about Joseph over the course of time. Joseph, he's in his head, right? And he's connected to a lot of people, and he doesn't really share his connections because he's on a mission of his own, which is a great mission. And with him being connected to this platform, it's opening up our avenues in order for him to be able to collaborate, to bring some of his resources to the table on some things that he's currently working on. Joseph, niece is Chloe and Holly Berry. He's their uncle, and he never shared a lot of information with a lot of people. But I just wanted to share with you guys. We really, as an organization, we want to be able to support his mission. We want to be able to provide the resources and the tools that may be within this particular platform, so he can kind of utilize the circle of his interpersonal connections, not only for his own platform, but to be able to open up avenues for everybody that's actually, on this particular call. So I just wanted to share that, with you guys, because he don't really say much, but he definitely have a strong mission. And I think from what I'm learning, over time of him just, being a part of FTB and being around, that we actually have that who that he just mentioned, because he does have a circle of people that he can kind of fit right in, and he chooses not to for his own personal reasons. But I really believe that we are that who, in order for him to kind of expedite and follow his own lane and his own path versus what his family may have paved, you know, as an expectation of what he should be connected and involved in. If I said it enough, Joseph, without, you know, putting out, you know, your business and personal and things of that nature, I just think that who that you just mentioned could be right within this platform so you can continue your personal journey.
I want to say you hit it right on the nail, my brother, and I'm gonna just leave it right there because this has been a long journey of turning my mother's local legacy of philanthropy into a global phenomenon to change the entire world. But when he said Chloe and Halle Bailey, well, their grandmother that just passed, which is my mother, she built communities of rehabilitated criminals to productive citizens. She had so much property and she had so much land when she passed that, I mean, we didn't even know she had that much property and land. She always told us to get land, to get property, then you can build and do what you want to do from there. And so it's just an honor that I've been telling this man, Daniel, since we met, that, hey man, that, you know, this is like 2.0 here, man. You know, what Flip These Bricks is going on, and it's just like what I've been doing. So the only thing that I would throw out is there's so many people coming around right now, money, power, and influence. We're setting up a national press conference next month, at the end of next month, and it's going to have all of our people of influence. And we're moving forward this app that has the search engine power of Google, network capacity of Facebook, buying power of Amazon, all in one app. And all my celebrity relationships going to have stock in it. So when we announce it to the nation, we know the level of what it's going to do. So I have my family on one side. I'm over here because it's been very dark to do what I do. When you're really serving it on the front line, and every 5, 7, 10 days you're in another community and you're serving and you're doing, you're serving. It's just a different beast. It's just a different animal. So everybody is coming together around March when we officially announce to the world. So between now and March, I'm looking for that who, and I believe the who is here. But I'm looking for a mutually beneficial opportunity to make it official. And then everybody that I know, I'm just going to tell them whatever our agreement is, and they're going to help us stretch everything. We'll Flip These Bricks. And I'm honored to be here. Thank you again, Daniel, for that message.
Joseph, this is Craig Paul. I did put my number in the chat, good brother.
Thank you. I didn't see it, but I'm going in there now. Thank you. Yes, sir. Great. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Anyone else would like to, we definitely have had a great call tonight. Every call, like I said, is unique of its own. And thank you guys for sticking with us past the 8 o'clock hour. We appreciate it. We do value your time and your presence. So thanks again. Hopefully you walk away with some more information, feeling a part of our community and wanting to revisit us next week and actually become a member. As I had said before, you can follow us. We are on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. If you have any questions, you can email me at membership@flipthesebricks.com or jasmine@flipthesebricks.com. I am available. If you are wanting to have a sidebar conversation with Daniel, if you have some additional questions, we can arrange that as well. But I hope that you all, I don't know, is it okay for me to sign out now? Hope you all have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Vienna. Have a great night, everyone. Al Tariq. Thank you, Joseph. Have a great night, guys. Dr. Samuel, as always. Miss Janice, I'll be texting you about our one-on-one. Can't get away. And I'll see you on Thursday for the book. Hopefully some of you all will join us for the book club. Thank you, Daniel, for always being a great leader and having great things to share with us. We do appreciate you as well. I want that said. We always kind of ignore that, but I've been teasing when I say long-winded. You long-winded with good stuff, so it's okay. And we appreciate you. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Mr. Rashad. Glad to see you tonight. Everyone have a great night. Thank you,
Have a
Vienna.
great night. Good
You
night,
Have a great night,
everybody.
guys.
Love you
Yes.
guys.
Good night.
Love you
Love
guys.
you guys. Go eat some dinner.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jasmine.
too. Thank
Love you
you.
guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah, great call. Awesome.
Yeah,
I want to stop
indeed.
recording.
Thank you, Dinah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.